In a mountain village there lived an old farmer named Haruki. He was known for his kindness. He was always the first to help others, shared food with the hungry, repaired roofs after typhoons, and comforted those who had lost loved ones. Haruki believed in one simple rule: do good, and it will return to you. One day a traveler came to the village. His clothes were dusty, his face tired, and his eyes filled with sadness. He knocked on Haruki's door, and without hesitation Haruki fed him and prepared a place for him by the hearth. During dinner, the traveler said thoughtfully, "Haruki-san, I see that you are a kind man. But tell me, have you ever received kindness in return for your own?" The old man smiled. "I helped because I believe that one day, if I am in trouble, people will help me." The traveler lowered his gaze. "Be careful. Sometimes kindness can become the cause of misfortune." With those words, he left. Haruki thought for a moment, but quickly dismissed the doubt. How could a good deed possibly lead to evil? The next day, his neighbor, the widow Oki, came to him. She folded her hands in a bow and said with pleading in her voice, "Haruki-san, you are a kind man. Please help me plow my field. My son is still too young." Haruki could not refuse. He worked all day until the sun disappeared beyond the horizon. His hands were covered with blisters, but his heart was light. He had helped someone in need. But the next day, Oki came again. "You helped me once, so you can help me today as well," she said, as if it were only natural. "I'm sorry, Oki, but I have much work to do in my own field," Haruki replied. The woman frowned. "Then your kindness was false. Can a truly good person refuse to help?" The neighbors began to whisper. "Is this really the same Haruki who helped everyone? He has become greedy." The old man was astonished. He had helped once, but now people expected him to help forever. One day bandits came to the village. They demanded gold and rice. The village elder stepped forward and said firmly, "We have nothing. Leave." The bandits were already turning away when Haruki stepped forward. "Wait. If they are hungry, perhaps we should give them some food." The elder looked at him in outrage, but Haruki was already carrying out a sack of rice. The bandits took the food and left, laughing. A month later, they returned. "We know this old man will feed us again," the leader said with a grin. This time, Haruki refused. The bandits grew angry, set his house on fire, and took the remaining supplies. As Haruki watched the flames consume his roof, he realized that his kindness had not changed the bandits. It had only made them stronger. Several years passed. One day a young man named Kenji came to the village. He was pale, his clothes torn, and his eyes full of desperation. "Please help me," he cried as soon as he saw Haruki. The old man could not turn away. He welcomed the young man into his home, fed him, poured him hot tea, and allowed him to stay the night. The next day, Kenji told his story. "I am being hunted. I accidentally insulted a nobleman, and now his men want to kill me." Haruki took pity on him and hid him in his house. A few days later, samurai arrived in the village. Their leader asked sternly, "A criminal is hiding here. Anyone who shelters him will be punished along with him." Haruki could not betray the one he had helped. He stepped outside and said firmly, "There is no criminal in this house." The samurai frowned, but left. A few days later, Kenji gathered his belongings. "Thank you for everything, old man. You are a kind person." But as he was leaving, the samurai intercepted him. "This old man hid me," Kenji suddenly shouted, pointing a trembling finger at Haruki. "I didn't want to die. Forgive me." Haruki froze. He could not believe the betrayal of the man to whom he had extended his hand. The samurai arrested Haruki for harboring a criminal. The crowd watched in silence. Those who had once respected him now turned away. Fear of authority was stronger than gratitude. Haruki was thrown into a cell. He did not hate Kenji. He understood that the young man had been trying to save his own life. After several days, an old friend of Haruki's came to see him, a merchant named Hideo. He managed to negotiate Haruki's release. When the guards opened the door, Hideo said quietly, "You always helped people. But where are they now? Where is the one you gave shelter to? Where are those you helped?" He continued, "Your good deeds did not protect you. They made you vulnerable. People often mistake kindness for weakness and fail to value it until it is gone." Haruki nodded. "Does that mean I was a fool? That I should have walked past like the others?" Hideo shook his head. "No. But now you know the price of kindness. Do good with wisdom, not with naivety. Not everyone who asks for help deserves it, and not everyone you help will remember you in your time of need." Haruki left the prison a different man. He no longer rushed to help everyone without thought. Now he looked deeper at who stood before him and whether his kindness might become the cause of his own suffering. Years passed. The villagers no longer saw the same naive old man. Haruki still helped people, but with wisdom and caution. From that day on, he was no longer simply a kind man. He was a man whose kindness had grown stronger.